All around us were people, thousands of men, women, and some children. It was an unnaturally beautiful day, as if even the clouds and rain recognized the monumental nature of the occasion. About 250,000 people came to the city from all over to rally, including my friends and I. We traveled as a group, a fraction in comparison to the thousands of people who were there that day, all wearing pink hats and carrying signs like this one for many hours. On January 21st, my friends and I went to the Women's March in Chicago, and it was one of the most incredible experiences. In general, from what I saw, the march was extremely positive and hopeful. The majority of the people there had one sole purpose in mind: to fight for a future in which all people, regardless of race, religion, or gender, could be truly equal. My favorite sign from the march was this one, because it highlights the overall supportive atmosphere of the march and demonstrates the necessity of love in the overcoming of adversity. After participating in something so uplifting, I was initially surprised at the amount of backlash it received from both men and women. The hashtag #NotMyMarch began trending among Trump supporters who saw the march as an attack on the newly inaugurated president and among members of the pro-life campaign. The more I thought about it, though, the more I realized how much negativity surrounds the entire feminist movement. And do you want to know where a lot of that negativity comes from? Women. We often don't support each other. Let me give you some examples. Whether or not a person wears makeup is starting to become related to the feminist movement. Some women believe that women who wear makeup are weaker, that women who wear makeup are succumbing to gender standards and are attempting to look good solely for the pleasure of men, which makes them less of a feminist. This doesn't make any sense. We can't confuse sexuality with equality. It's natural for people to want to impress one another, especially someone they're attracted to. But the desire to impress is not the same as the desire for all people to be treated equally in society. Working versus non-working women is another topic that many feminists fight over. Why is a woman who chooses to stay at home seen as detrimental to the fight for gender equality? It's okay if your dream in life is to be the best mom. That doesn't make you any less of a feminist. Stay-at-home moms have their own feminist battles to face that should not be diminished just because they're different from the battles that working women face. Stay-at-home moms have to fight against false perceptions of them as well as preconceived notions about their apparent harmful traditional choices, just as much as working women have to fight for equal pay and treatment in the workplace. We should not look down upon a woman who chooses to stay at home. After all, every woman has enough battles to fight for without the added judgments from each other. On a less tendentious subject, something that I've noticed among many teenage girls is that we struggle to support the success and general well-being of each other, especially if we don't see any of that in ourselves. When a girl posts a pretty picture of herself on Instagram, for example, between the OMG gorgeouses and emojis with hearts for eyes, you're probably going to find a, "Why are you so perfect? I hate you." Even though that's kind of a compliment, there's some truth behind that "I hate you," otherwise it wouldn't be said. What we do on social media is a direct representation of our beliefs. Our social media activity reflects who we are. So when girls fill their social media with these kinds of backhanded compliments, they're actually allowing that negativity to be pervaded into real life. Negativity is a virus that has started to seep its way into the feminist movement. We will never be able to effectively fight sexism and obtain true equality if we can't stop tearing each other down first. We absolutely need to adapt a language of positivity. If we as feminists can unite and agree that what we need most right now is the positive promotion of equality between men and women, then we can forget the rest, or at least save it for later. In the words of Martin Luther King Jr., "With this faith, we'll be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we'll be able to transform the jangling discords of our society into a beautiful nation of brotherhood or sisterhood. With this faith, we'll be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to fight for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day." After all, how can we expect to fight opposition to the feminist movement if we allow it to be permeated by our own negativity? The battle for gender equality is a long, exhausting march. And as a feminist, I carry with me a struggle that gets heavier and heavier the longer I march, kind of like this sign. But I know that I can do it, and I know that I can succeed, as long as I have other women there supporting me.